I don't know. It's going on. Yeah, so this will be another lunation with the vault. I'm Ebenezer. I am kind of out of it. I'm not gonna hold you. There's nobody around, so it's like all my open centers kind of just want to release whatever little conditionings there was and stuff like that. So I might take a nap after this. Hey, so this full moon is Sagittarius, the star Mula. Salutations to Lord Ganesha, Sri Ganesh. Lord of auspicious beginnings and removal of obstacles, humbly offering obeisances. I ask that you preside over this report and our obstacles, and you guide our intellect, remove all the obstacles and illusions in our intellect, blocking us from the truth, man. You feel me? So, Om Gam Ganapati. Thank you so much. So this the chart right here for the full moon, ascending in Sag. I just like good times, man. So full moon is the fulfillment. Full moon go forward fulfillment. It's all the qualities of the moon. Fullness, happiness, comfort. You feel me? Love, appreciation, and all that. So, and the outward manifestation of the things present during time of the new moon. So, new moon, the things was Taurus things. It was about getting your money right, maybe trying to get a budget together, decide how you're gonna accumulate certain possessions, or just taking care of oneself, right? And then the intention, it was in Rohini. So you just want to grow. You want to grow to create something. You just want to grow as a person. And the desire, moon is also like inclinations, instincts, and desires, autoconscious, subconscious. So the desire was to find a lover and unite with them. You know what I'm saying? So the full moon, it was a stellium in Taurus, so everything was directed towards growth, growing your finances, growth in your relationships, growth in your family bonds and stuff like that. I also said that because it was a stellium in Taurus, they always making the aspect of interaction and the desire for Scorpio quality. So it's like, if you was getting backwards into, wanting to go with a ex or somebody you used to have a fling with, you might have found out you got stung or something like that. Stung, burnt, they got you back. So I just, I got purple Bhadrapada going on. You just don't go backwards. You know what I'm saying? The person on your back is Satan. Get thee behind me, Satan. And you stay there. You feel me? I'll move forward, but you'll just always kind of be there. Feel me? Full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is dual fire and ruled by expansive Jupiter. So it's mutable dual fire. It adapts, it changes. Or dual, it just has two natures. You know what I'm saying? So Sagittarius can be both inspiring and destructive. They can be uplifting and they can be very they can cut you and hurt you, like ouch, and put a poison arrow in your heart, and it might say something nasty to you, right? And then Jupiter expands whatever he touches. He lives in the treasury, and then he always chasing after wealth. But Jupiter and Venus, they be at war. We ain't even gonna get into all that, but just know that Jupiter, even though he represents righteousness and ethics and morals or on the outside, he represents the outward knowledge. You feel me? Not the inner knowledge really, but he know the customs and the procedures and how to do this and make sure you say it this way and stuff like that. Right. But deep down there's no low he won't go in order to get his aim. Like he fight dirty. So yeah. So it's adapting, adjusting to optimism, adjusting to ways of seeing things. Fire is the sight. So seeing things and feeling things, you feel warmth from fire, and then the lack of it, you gonna feel cold. So now you gotta adjust to new ways of seeing and feeling, learning things, knowledge and faith. Moon in Sagittarius reacts enthusiastically and expansively. So instinctively, it's like, like Moon in Sag right now, I'm smiling. And the Sag is the centaurs. They very a wily war. They're wily and they're kind of like a war clan. So it's like, if they not getting busy crusading, they getting intoxicated and stuff like that. You feel me? So the next 15 days is influenced by the, desire and instinct to expand, adapt to new knowledge, adapt to new frontiers. Ninth house is just like journeys, pilgrimages, everywhere in the world, other cultures, everything worldly, but then everything that has a meaning. You know what I'm saying? Beyond your homeland, and then beyond this existence. Ninth house is the house of the guru, God. So it's about support from beyond this world, all the worlds, nigga. So the star is Mula. Key things of Mula is pain, humiliation, loss of faith. They say breaking things, crushing things, getting rid of stuff, destroying stuff. It's inquisitive, getting to the root of a topic. Mula means root, represented by a bundle of roots or root. When you growing, like I done grew stuff, and I think I'm about to get back into it. This full moon has revealed to me that would like to get back into agriculture, horticulture, whatnot. I just want to grow herbs and stuff and have I kind of had it, but I was missing the little pieces to the jump. And then karma hit. And then pain, humiliation, and loss of face had hit me. And I had to wait. I was like, damn, probably wait. Saturn going to Aquarius. Okay, I'm going to have to wait at this point a year and a half from now. Okay, cool. I ain't even going to sweat that. I'm going to act like no bitch. But now it's kind of getting back going. I'm like, we got to set that up. You feel me? So roots, you grow. Roots grow. You might put it in a little pot, right? And then that pot is cool with work and doing this for the time. But then them roots still growing. You don't see that them roots growing. That's just like everybody see what's on the outside and it look all pretty. But it's like, bitch, I'm tangled up and I'm fucking uncomfortable. And I cannot budge where I'm at right now. I need to be uprooted. I need you to break apart this container. I need you to break open my heart, Lord. No funny. You're the Pharaoh. Your heart hard as shit and you need to get broke, man. Break your heart open. You feel me? Your vessel already leaky as shit, so you can't even hold on to what the fuck you got, because you yourself trying to break out of that junk. But you trying to hold on. You keep patching it up with more cement and all of these little lame-os. So, that root, right? And then you come out of there, you get root rot or you get root bound. So now you need actually an outside force to come in and you feel me, might have to prune a couple, squeeze the junk, whole bunch of shit just to get you out of that whatever you bound to. You see what I'm saying? And that which is bound, we talk about this, lies, falsities, counterfeit personalities are bound to an end. You're gonna die like that. You don't want to die like that. That's not what the Lord has in store for you. That's not his will for you. His will for you is eternal life, which is truth. So we gotta uproot you out of the fucking surroundings and environment and the society, this parasitic society that restricts you, causes you pain and humiliation when you actually do something in alignment. And then now when you start acting bitter or angry or frustrated, you think you back in alignment. You're not. You feel me? You're not. That's your false self. So Mula gives us the power to destroy and uproot. To build and grow, we must have a foundation. And if one already exists, it may need to be uprooted. You gotta get out of that pot, man. Man, let me look this up real quick. Bundle of roots. We're gonna search root bound real quick. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, you just withering away. You withering away. You're not even growing. All your leaves are so pretty. Your hair is so pretty today. But look at that. Beneath the hair and beneath the soil and all that shit, beneath your little muscles and all that shit, nigga, you root bound. Oh, you real suffocating yourself. Trying to look a certain way or trying to appear a certain way. You're so real, man. Now you gotta get cut. Saturn and purple bars of power, he gonna go retrograde. He gonna cut your ass. You feel me? It was some shit from the past you left unchecked. He gonna cut your ass. And Saturn represent boundaries and shit, but he also is the one that's been like, nigga, you got these boundaries and conditions and prejudices and all these fears and phobias. I'ma just like put them all in your face at some point in your life. If you don't change your ways, you either gonna be stuck with that forever, or you just gonna face them jumps. And now we gonna break the pot, and I'm gonna place you in a place where you just like it expand. No doubt. You feel me? So the things of Mula correspond with getting to the root of anything, everything that doesn't have a solid, certain foundation. That only the Lord has certainty of knowledge. So everything else always got to be uprooted. If you don't find God at the bottom of that jump, if God ain't in the pot with you, then yeah, nah, that's not a certain foundation. We'll get into some other stuff. So it's going beneath the surface, any arrangement. Also going towards herbalism. So we all might be looking towards means of how to cure ourselves or take care of oneself, or even just feed and sustain oneself using the soil, using those with roots and those things that grow beneath the surface. So a bunch of roots. Roots point to source. Oh, Mula mean root. Source, origin, basis, center. Mula is the galactic center. Sagittarius A, big ass supermassive black hole. Black hole. Solomon in the Song of Songs, he says, he uses the phrase, "Oh yeah, I am black and comely," which points to black is all the colors, so therefore abundant, and then comely meaning like attractive, so it's all attractive. We talking about Krishna, we talking about the supreme, right? So roots point out to our lineage, ancestors, well wishers. Deepest, oldest roots on this planet is the mycelium networks, mushrooms. You dig what I'm saying? So it's near endless root structure. Just cover all of the. It probably covers a good, vast majority of the earth that we walk on. You dig what I'm saying? And they always communicate and they support the other plants. If you ever took shrooms, they give you this feeling like you're dehydrated, but you don't actually get cotton mouth how you would if you was smoking. But it's like the mushrooms be telling you like you need water right now. You dig what I'm saying? You're gonna need a lot of water, because I'm gonna bring up, if you take a little bit more of me, I'm gonna bring up some situations that we gotta get to the root of, and they're gonna make you cry. And if you don't have no water, how are we gonna be able to let go of these things and uproot and get to the truth about your your purpose in life? You dig what I'm saying? So mushrooms, they grow in the earth. And when I was growing, I had learned about mycorrhiza fungal. Mycorrhiza fungal, you inoculate your soil with it, get it right, put perlite in there, water it. Then you put your plant in there after that little, they're growing their baby stage where they're fragile. You put your plant in there and your plant roots start growing, but the mycelium actually looks like ninth house is well wishers, Petries. Your will wishes is your ancestors. That's root where your roots come from. So the mycelium and the mycorrhiza look for the roots, and it's like, oh, you baby little roots. We're gonna attach ourselves to you out of love. That's what love is. To attach yourself to somebody for their joy. It's commitment and acceptance. Not looking for any type of reciprocity. It's just want to give. So the mycorrhiza roots, they get there, and now the water that my plant main taproot cannot reach in this big pot, the mycorrhiza bring it to the plant. Oh my gosh, do you understand how fast them Jones grew that harvest? Because my first one was I tried to grow it in the window. I was just a child. Then the next time I'm like, whoa, this Jones busting. This is crazy. You feel me? So present day mushrooms, soma, is used to treat our minds. Soma is mind. Soma is also ancient medicine for the mind. The supreme, in the ancient Vedics, they will use Indra and Vayu, because it's the breath. It's like the Lord, the spirit of the Lord will not strive for man. He's flesh, but it's the spirit, is his breath. The Lord rides on the breath. It's a very subtle kind of energy that the Lord, almost indistinguishable to the senses, because Indra is the king of the senses. So he's on top of the senses. He's above all the senses. It's a heightened kind of thing. So we treat our mind and disorders, illusions of the mind, through psychedelic use. They might call it hallucinogens, but truth be told, the mushrooms haven't been here longer than all of living things. And it's to establish this kind of work with God in cultivating this soil that he was going to mold us out of. It's not going to make you see things that you don't see, but actually kind of reveal to you those things you might need to. You dig what I'm saying? So K2 is Star Lord of Mula. K2 is the planet that takes us out of existence in a heavenward direction. He brings dissatisfaction and disillusionment. He is even more angrier than Mars, explosive anger. He doesn't have a head, so it's like anybody could get it. And K2 Rahu, they represent terrorism. So terror is like just like, oh my gosh, you got Mars might whoop somebody's ass to a crazy degree, but then you got Rahu and K2. It's like Rahu might, oh yeah, it got him set up. K2 or Rahu might sit up there and just real quick draw, and then K2 on the other hand, hack and slash. It's like, what? Oh nah, I'm about to burn their whole house and stuff like that. I'm right there, I don't care. And they don't when they get like that. But K2 and Rahu is about intense focus. It's an aperture. They eclipse sun and moon. That means you gotta have a lot of patience and a lot of consideration, but then also a certain like you gotta be ready. You gotta have almost a talent for seeing things before and after. Just yeah. So intense research, investigation. Mula is getting to the root of a matter. Sagittarius is the sign of truth. So getting to the root or origin of truth or truth. When you get into the root of anything, you want to see that it's true. Right? Our roots also point to our ancestry and well-wishers. Sagittarius is the ninth house of the Peachers, ancestral spirits. Of the Peachers, Krishna, the supreme, is Araman. He is the foremost well-wisher and ancestor. So where do we come from? We come from the Lord, man. The Lord of Lords. Where do we return to? The Lord of Lords. A black hole pulls everything in it. Nothing escapes the pull of a black hole. You can sit up there and think that God is not present in your life, or it's not that serious, or it's something else, and all these questions you might have, and you kind of right. How can you put your finger on something or put a name to something that is above all that, exalted above all his, or you might say the Most High, and then give the Most High gender, the next sentence. Now, I understand that's just part of the conditioning and language, but we always got to maintain a certain understanding. Like a black hole pull you in, there's no escaping a black hole. So therefore, in a way, that you have free will. You're gonna go back to God because He's all attractive and abundant. What better place would you want to be? But if God makes itself to manifest in our lives, if not, we don't have veils and different little influences and stuff. In a way, if we don't have the tangled roots of truth, we can't necessarily express that free will in a way that God want us to experience things. You dig what I'm saying? When we get frustrated, getting caught up, and we get ourselves tangled up in that, but we just untangle them. And the truth is this: you dig what I'm saying? Okay, somebody else struggling, they don't know what their path is in life, and then you might tell them, okay, you got Rahu in the first house. It's just gonna be a bit confusing. It's something that you really haven't even traversed in any fucking lives thus far. Give yourself a little bit of grace and stuff like that. And you'll understand, if you give yourself some grace, you'll realize how much grace has been given to you. Because like, oh, it's Rahu, you really gonna have smoke and mirrors and illusions, and it's gonna be fucked up sometimes. I think somebody might be coming in this time. Let me hurry this part up, right? Our main root is the Godhead and the Supreme, in addition to all our ancestors that have contributed to one's body and the abilities that come from that body. The ninth house Sagittarius is the place of the battlefield, Kurukshetra in Mahabharata or Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna was accompanied by the Supreme, so truth will sustain and maintain us, keep our lives in the battle of life. Sixth house is the house of enemies, vices, conflicts, and arguments, but it is the highest expression of the ninth house of truth and God. So truth is the best way to deal with an argument, a debate, an enemy. You feel me? Just get their ass the truth. And the truth is simple, sweet, childlike, and innocent. And it's singular. So it don't need a whole bunch of people to accompany it and stuff like that. It's just like, nah, I pull up on you with the truth. So the stars of Sagittarius and Mula especially all line up with Sagittarius A, supermassive black hole, galactic center. The black hole is the most destructive force, and I said that, and I was talking about that too. Hold on. Trying to hit for the door. I might slide. Hold on, nigga. I don't want to take y'all through my motherfucking spot. But getting to the root involves understanding the will of God and your soul, right? And Mula being in Sagittarius A in the galactic center, it mean like nigga, it's stars that we in and stars beyond us. It's incomprehensible to like the machinery of the Lord, but we can use astrology to get to the root of truth. Anything that's too convoluted, it's a lie. Anything that required that's always shifting and it's like changing things, it's a lie. It's built on a lie. You understand what I'm saying? Things supposed to be simple. Don't tell me this is going on and that's going on. It just sound like too much. I be talking to people and it's like, yeah, you know, I'm in the West. Yeah, I hate a sidereal jump, but my Western kind of got, and I'm like, all right, well, talk to me. And then they kind of just, I ended at that shifting the goalpost, and it's like that shit built on a lie. You might just, you put too much effort into a lie, and you don't want to just kind of let go of that lie. Sometimes you just gotta let go of a lie. That's what the truth do. It don't like, bro. It's not highest expression. It's an argument. Like I would love to get into an argument with you so I could give you the truth. Oh man, I don't believe in astrology. The sun come up and you know to take your ass to work, right? Sun is natural career planet. And then when the sun comes up, you know to take your ass to work though, right? Or go work on something. All right, cool. Like it's not really a debate. So the discovery of truth and what the absolute, like, you know, through the motions of the heavens and his, or the machinery of the absolute. I was about to see, I see he, I'm checking myself, right? So Mula is the destroyer of untruth and lies. It is the star of goddess Nariti. Nariti is the goddess of destruction. Mula teaches us how to deal with lies and liars. So the shloka is supposed to be destruction needs mutual agitation, mutual annihilation to destroy the tangled roots of truth or untrue. And that was from Victor Carr, right? So how we deal with lies? You got to uproot them. You dig them out. It's not really complex. If you know the truth, you just say the truth and you just watch how the lies kind of just fight each other, right? Oftentimes, watch a debate. Like the most recent jump came on with Tariq Nasheed and the little trick guys at Fresh and Fit and all that. Like, so they getting into it, but they using points. And he even said that in there. Here's the truth, singular. Oh, you have a point. And he took that. The lie was like, yeah, I got a point, but it's not a fact. It's not based in nothing. Nigga just said you had a point, and here's the problem. You feel me? But it just be a bunch of people talking, and it be one person. They gotta stay calm because they know the truth, and it's like other lies will destroy themselves. All right, so they destroy each other, and they show how they destroy each other. So one person will be talking about something, and they'll bring up something, and then the other person has to chime in if it's a group of individuals. Like if you're being like persecuted or just harassed, then the other person say something, you be like, "Oh, Goofy, you ain't even know." That don't line up. They changing things, and then they gonna start leaving. So you just, if you don't escalate, a soft answer turns a hard heart. If you don't escalate it, oftentimes, you know, you just walk back, give it some time, and watch how them two eat each other alive. No bullshit. A lot of y'all just eat. You know, I just realized like I don't like fish really, but I just discovered why. It was uprooted. I got to the root of why, and it's like fish kind of just wormy as hell. And then cannibals, all cannibals, got it's a brain thing, or it's just something that's not really right with that shit. Fish, I guess, can do that, but even then, it's just like we don't eat all fish. You understand what I'm saying? And if you do, you are kind of a little wild. I ain't gonna bet. I don't like filter feeders. Don't like filter feeders and stuff like that. But fish eat themselves. Chickens will eat themselves. Birds eat themselves. So it's like people eat them animals and stuff like that and wonder why they might have issues in their family relationships or they actual relationships and friendships. And it's like, yeah, because you are what you eat. It's not that you a chicken. You're a cannibal. You eat other people alive. Like You feel me? You're a necromancer. You gotta stop. Matter of fact, you really are a necromancer. I ain't gonna bat. I'm not trying to judge you if you eat animals. I understand it might be your conditioning and shit like that, but we gotta uproot the lies. Nigga try to convince me that you get iron from eating animals. You gotta eat meat to get iron. I said iron is Mars. In my head, I'm like, iron is Mars. Mars is red. I can eat some red beans and rice and get some iron. I could just like eat leafy green vegetables and get some iron. Why does an animal have to die? Quite possibly in an inhumane way. And the person that's doing it really don't like, they don't know me. They don't care how this getting to me, when this getting to me. It ain't gonna be in my hand. They just gonna plop that joint on a little display and I pick it up. You understand what I'm saying? That's necromancy. We can't really. And look, singular, simple. Nobody else here to vouch for that. So it just, you can't really convince me or nothing. And the nigga got defensive, and I was like, why you getting defensive? Like, what the fuck? You picking at me about something, but like you kind of big as hell. Your health is not really the best. Don't debate with me about this. I'm a sage. I love arguments. Cause one line, I shut that joint down. I'm gonna say one thing and I'm not gonna say nothing else. Mutable fire. I'm gonna say it and then I'm out. I'm gonna put it out. So they always tend to shift and change. And no, that's not it. But and then red meat, and it's like, nah, red meat ain't red. That's brown, bro. You're not supposed to eat blood. The Lord said you're not supposed to eat blood at all. No blood. He said all that moves and is green, you all eat. Meaning man and the animals can partake of the vegetation and fruit that's available. You dig what I'm saying? But blood, that's not for you to eat. No, you can't cook it out. No, you cannot drain it out. It's like, listen, it's a whole muscle. That's moon. So when you eating blood, it's gonna have an effect on your mind. It's gonna make you angry. It's gonna make you kind of like violent and a little aggressive, oppositional and stuff like that. Like, it's cool. Look at them guys at the gym. All be doing all this workout and stuff like that. Just to what? Just to yell at another guy in the gym or something like that. Or to be seen a certain way. And it's like, yo, chill. You poor thing. All this working out. You still ain't just gotten the fucking working out of, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. The fuck? You dig what I'm saying? So, they defensive because of other lies. Lies and lies are plural, so they run in groups. It's never just one lie. It's another one too. Feel me? And they think that's their alibi, but that motherfucker gonna be the one that do you in. Oh my gosh, now we talk about snitches, bruh. Truth is singular. What's the truth? I don't know. There's nobody around, so I ain't gonna be attacked. Can't nobody attack my lie with another lie. That's why it's like, oh, we called these little green ass niggas green ass hoes. I bet. Put them in separate rooms and then we gonna ask them their story. You feel me? So the truth is plain. It has childlike innocence. It is singular. That which is convoluted, which is like tangled up and got a whole bunch of conditions, and it's like, oh no, what's your perfection year, and or have you looked into astrocartography and shit like that? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Just tell me when was the city founded? Okay, and they got sun here, moon here. I can't fuck with that city. What's the Chinese year? I can't fuck with that city. All that, I was seeing a map with lines. I'm like, no. Like, the map had lines that looked like tangled roots. I said, fuck no. Bonafide said, bro, you really can't. Like, I cut you off. You get to talking that convoluted mess. I be like, brother, the Lord does not give the spirit of confusion. You must be a heathen. Feel me? You're bringing out the crusader in me. So look. That what you call is inconsistent. Any system or story that is hard to follow along is likely counterfeit and will uproot itself. So even if you meet a person and they tell me about yourself, Or you might learn something, you'll ask about something specific, and then they got all these like, well, I'm only doing this because of this, and these things happened, and it is because I went through this. And it's like, if a motherfucker do that, they a liar. They counterfeit self is going right now. And God said, if you eat of that, you will surely die. So lies are bound to an end. Meaning when a plant is root bound, it's bound to die. It don't matter if you give it water. That water and the roots don't got no oxygen, so they become aerated, and then you get anaerobic bacteria and pathogens or whatever like that. The springtails, they can't even tend to the soil and stuff like that. Everything begins to wilt and die. But the top look kind of pretty for now and shit. You dig what I'm saying? The top be pretty though. Poor thing can't grow. You gotta get out your comfort zone oftentimes. So lies are bound to an end, meaning both that they will die and that is strategic. It's just the language lately. So lies are bound, restricted. They definite end to them. But then they're bound to an end, meaning like a means to an end. So somebody was really trying to plot on something. They was trying to be strategic and deceptive. It's a means for something. Person lied to you, but then you ask yourself, what the fuck is you trying to get out of this? Alright, I got some truth for your ass. Now go along. You feel me? Truth is everlasting and will not die. Truth is what gives immortality, the knowledge of self. The truth that you are unblemished. Your soul is just like, your soul is on a palanquin somewhere. Like your soul, let me search some more. I got you, nigga. I got you, bitch. Palanquin. They got Steven Universe palanquin. Look at that. You see that? That's what your soul on. No fucking bot. This is your soul. And the soul is feminine, but everything that's in a higher space, in a more subtle kind of space, really is masculine to that which is beneath it. So, you might think of your soul as being feminine or whatever, but that's why Israel is the bride of the Lord. Because it's like, come on, like I'm exalted above all heads. You feel me? It ain't nothing swinging further than this jump right here. Exalted above all heads mean that I came from somebody else's head. And then even Brahma, when he gave birth to his mind-born children, they come from his head. But to be exalted above all heads mean that, like, nigga, there is none above that. So there's no gender. You can't put anything on that. It's almost like it is unmanifest, and yet it's most manifest. So this is your soul right here. This is your soul. You feel me? This would be weak because he in white and this in blue and shit. This your soul and this your ego, or this is your soul, your ascendant, your body, right? And your soul just smiling, like going along for the ride. It's experiencing shit. Your mind get caught up in like, oh my gosh, I tripped on this rock. Like this nigga worried about, his hand sweating too much. He don't want this jump to slip. This one is trying to, he might be the perfectionist or something like that. Like he's super duper fixated on that. This guy got a little green on, so maybe he, whatever. This might be Mercury and stuff. But they just walking along the path of your soul. Your soul just smiling and enjoying the fucking ride, man. It's just an experience. Your soul is the root. Is the truth. Once you find that, you be smiling. You be like, oh, dig, I'm unblemished. You feel me? Yeah, bitch made a mad move and shit like that. It did something that she thought she feels like her mind is regretting and shit like that. You feel me? Maybe even to cause some. Some of y'all be doing weird shit. Y'all might catch something and shit like that. Now your body hurt and now your mind is like, oh, I can't believe I did this thing, or you missed out on the opportunity. But then look at your soul though. It's just like, nigga, you. Like, no funny, your soul really be the one that, like, when you see somebody and they don't got no integrity or they lack character, and you be like, man, you a bitch. That's really your soul speaking every time. And they might say that to you, like, with a big smile, like, you acting like a bitch right now. Just, like, we ain't gonna die, man. We unblemished. You Feel me? I know them people said some things about you. I know them people lied on you and launched a smear campaign on you. You feel me? I know you might even got caught up in your own illusions and bullshit and your own counterfeit personality. You might blew some and just ruined it. And it's like, oh my gosh, the power Mula gives the Mula gives us the power to ruin. You might have ruined something, just totally ruined it for yourself. But just know that the truth is you did nothing wrong. Your soul want to experience the movie of what your mind and body is doing. Don't allow your mind to make decisions for you. It is not a good decision maker. It has senses used to experience. You can trust your body a bit more. The moon is just a vehicle. You feel me? And your soul is just an observer or witness. Your body kind of got the authority somewhere in it. You know, depending upon which center. My authority be in my spleen. You feel me? It wouldn't make sense. Because if I don't feel safe, I'm like, dang. The only way to avoid conflict, as it says, is with truth. But you avoid contact, too. That's another key. So Adam and Eve was the first. I thought about this. Adam and Eve was the first to be told of death and that they would die. So I was like, does this mean that they would believe in a lie? Tangle what was told to them or what is going to be told to them, and then become defensive, uneasy, start shifting, changing, and what they do. He called Adam. And I really think that is tangling the truth. So I really think the biggest issue was just a lack of accountability, bro. Like, if I ask you, what the fuck you do? You ate that joint? He was like, oh, man, you know, it wasn't my fault. It was her. Like, oh, I'm gonna look at you crazy as shit, and I kind of do want you to go through some shit. Like, no, you gotta learn, dog. All you had to do was just say, man, I did that shit. Give me the fucking truth. But no, you treated me like an enemy. You treated me like I ain't had no fucking love for you or no grace. You treated me like I was you. And no, that's not what this is. You were supposed to treat me like you was me, motherfucker. Or I don't even know how I put that, but don't do that. You tried to destroy me. I ain't destroy you. I'm trying. It was new moon. It was about growth. It was about growth. The desire to find a lover and unite with them. Who gonna love you better than God? Who gonna love you better than the truth? Better than your soul? Is she still up? I done fucking closed that tab, smiling like shit, man. Hey, y'all playing. Look at that. Who gonna love you better than that? That's your fucking soul. That's your soul waiting there like, oh, we about to get wetted. We finally about to have this inner merge. Quit playing with the Lord, man. So then Adam, it was her fault. He shift blame. And then Eve was like, well, the snake told me something. And then the snake, and it's like they just try and destroy each other. And that's what Mula does. It's gonna cause the liars, the snakes, the fakes, the counterfeits to just destroy each other. And then we're gonna find our foundation in truth in God. So, this full moon especially good. I was talking like shit. Full moon especially good for fire and air signs. It's challenging for the others, earth and water. So the energy is fun, but it may prompt sighs of relief or like, eureka. Like a eureka moment. Like, oh my gosh. And then ninth house is a house of grace in addition with 5, like unconscious support from outside. So it's like, you could be looking back at the previous month or looking back at the previous fucking year and some change or whatever. And you just consider like, maybe I did dodge a bullet. Where was you being truthful and honest at in situations? And do you think that eased and kind of cleared the conflict up? You feel me? Motherfucker was trying to gaslight me. Like a couple people just constantly trying to gaslight me, and I'm like, oh, I'm not a goofy. What are you trying to do? I got something that's really gonna hurt you, and I get their ass the truth, and then I don't hear from them no more. And I also set a boundary with the Lord. I was like, I don't want to talk to them no more. I'm never trying to go through that again. And so that's a boundary, untangled. I don't want to be entangled and y'all none of that. And he'd be like, yeah, I did tell them the truth, and they took it kind of like, you know, if they took it bad, which usually they'll come around because it's like, you, damn, you was right. Yeah. And I'm a sad, so it ain't even about I told you so. It's like, no, I'm telling you now. I would really hope that you listen. I could really not give a shit. So top 5 questions to ask is: have I been too flippant or carefree? See what I'm saying? I could really not give a shit. Or carefree to the point of being careless or irresponsible. Have I been too flippant or carefree? I got there. I got there for a moment. Like, I feel like I be talking too much, but then I be knowing like sometimes you do be talking too much, and they the motherfuckers I fuck with right now, which is it's really just one nigga. Um, he do that nigga listen, but his star is the listening star. Um, but other people that don't listen, I be like, I just feel my spleen be like, can't get in the game. They either fall on deaf ears or they gonna abuse it, and it ain't for that. 2, have I been letting myself down by allowing myself to get distracted and bored? Yes, I let myself down, but then I didn't because I was letting myself down because I was like, I should have started earlier. Yes. But I ended up doing it and I liked it. So I was like, nah, I ain't mad at that. I do realize Sag business, we gotta start. It's mutable, so it's like get the inspiration and then it be gone. You feel me? You get the activity, you feel active, and then it be gone. You just, oh, I'm on something else now. But ideally, yeah, I did it though. But gotta start. Just gotta start. Whatever it is, you just started. So have I been overconfident to the point of arrogance or too preachy? Not overconfident. I have been walking a certain way. I ain't gonna hold you. I've been walking a certain way, and it's like, yeah. But too preachy. That's what I was saying with number 1. I was about to get careless because when I get preachy, it'd be on a crusade, and we was just talking about a fuck nigga. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. We was talking about somebody who I done already surmised as having his little chronic personality rate might be way worse than I thought. Like I thought it could be chronic or something, but like oh, I be like, oh, you masochist. You actually want me to put hands on you, and this make me uncomfortable because you always on your phone, so I don't know who you know for real. I don't know if you just trying to set the restaurant up. You ain't been here that long, so I don't know if you even just trying to set everybody up in this or what, but you're too fidgety and you're making me feel unsafe around you. And that's when my counterfeit personality get the fucking I might get the tweaking. I be cool, I be at peace. I really don't be wanting no trouble. But then when I don't feel safe, I don't have nothing to say no more. And then it's like now this it's just all hostility. I don't care. It all picks off now. Why would you want to do that? And we work in the kitchen, so it's like, oh, like I feel like I might have to watch this nigga. Like, oh, what you doing by the knives and shit? Feel me? Some people be wanting to like fight and box and all that shit, but it's like, man, we was taught to fight dirty first, and then we got into all our other limbs. But we was taught to use whatever you got and whatever's around. So nah. So 4, have I been a commitment phobe to my own detriment? As a sage, I kind of do be like, I'm not afraid of commitment. I don't think any of us are commitment phobes. It's just the fact that it's mutable fire and Jupiter. And then it's the centaurs, which is like, they wild, bro. Like they really need to be with other centaurs. Cause it's like, how am I really get out and express all of this without being judged, without a motherfucker trying to like put boundaries or restrictions on such an expansive sign. Sagittarius come around and can kind of like, so like Purva Ashada is the power to invigorate. That mean that person creates strong bonds, but then they also had the ability to kind of like just energize everybody else in the room. That's that, and they be kind of cool for real. They cool like water. But that they get other people like excited and hot. Like bitches tell me all the time, like it's getting hot. Like the fuck it got hot, and they be like, nah, I know, huh? But it's like, yeah, so that's per Rashad, and then you get Mula as the power to break, ruin, and destroy. So it's like, bro, like these mosh pit, heavy metal listening ass people. So we get around. It's like if you not like that, you kind of gonna make us feel like you gonna what is the word, slow us down, or you kind of like you trying to like what's the phrase for real? It's like you just ain't matching. It's like you kind of you slowing me down and shit like that. And Sage wanna go fast. Eight of Wands is this point, this degree. It's about Mercury and Sage. It's about going fast, man. So oftentimes it's not about being a commitment phobe. It's just you might look at a girl, or if you a Sage woman, you might look at a guy and be like, man, you are really kind of cool, but I do not see myself slowing down for you. I don't think you can keep up. So keep away. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Sag has Mercury in their seventh house. So they like fast, adaptable, inquisitive, curious, adventurous people. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like Sag is not a commitment, folks. They just moving too fast for shit. You dig what I'm saying? That if they meet somebody that's also moving kind of fast, then it work. Like, oh, let's go this way together. Okay. You feel me? You got any other ways you want to go? Yeah, let's try this other way. Oh, yeah. So 5, have I been saying the bigger picture? Sag is just ninth house, deeper understandings, higher knowledge, all things big, all things far away, all things kind of worldly, and different cultures and different aspects, right? So have you been seeing the bigger picture? Have you been seeing the will of God in your life? You know what I'm saying? Have you been getting out of like what you think you want in life, right? Your little petty desires. And have you really been trying to tap in and align yourself with what the experience of the Lord has in store for you? And what your soul kind of like, what your soul was like. Look at your soul. Let me show you your soul. Look at your soul. Like, oh, look. Hands crossed. This is bullshit. Your soul already know, like, man, I got some shit for you. And she patient because I'm rubbing my hands thinking about what the fuck your soul got in store for you. But I know like this. But I bet them toes probably moving like shit. You hear me? Toes probably wiggling like, oh man, I can't wait till you see this, man. You've been clinging on to these fake ass friends and shit like that. You've been clinging on to these karmic ass parents or karmic ass family members. And I understand that society made you believe that this family structure is supposed to be this, and y'all could change these things. But I need you to understand karma. I need you to understand that oftentimes, if you got a personal planet, one of the luminaries, sun or moon, conjunct Saturn, I need you to understand you and that individual, mother or father, do best at a lot of distance from each other. It'll get better over time, but don't be trying to put no effort and hard work into it. You're gonna fuck around, get a mental disorder. You gonna have a mental split. You gonna fragment your mind or have a heart attack. Just chill. See the bigger picture. You got issues like, say you got like moon conjunct Saturn. The moon is natural homeland, comforts. Moon conjunct Saturn. You be too comfortable. So now in this life, it's like you ain't even really got a relationship with your mother if Saturn not in a favorable position. You ain't even got a relationship with your mother. And the rest of your chart probably will show that you need to get way out of your comfort zone and do different shit. And that shit gonna scare you. But unblemished, the Lord loved the Lord, I'm telling you, his spirit not gonna strive with us forever. And he will give us over to a reprobate spirit, man. Like I'm saying, bro, I don't be thinking people understand that. A lot of the doctrines push a certain message, but he'll give you away to a reprobate spirit. Like, oh, I felt that way about people. If I feel like a nigga a heathen or a reprobate, it's like I genuinely don't care. I don't care. You probably ain't got a soul, boy. It's nothing in store for you. You feel me? But more boredom. More boredom. Oh, you be bored? Fucking vampire, necromancer. Only time you got an expression is when you eating an animal or something. Partaking in blood sport. So Sagittarius, life is an adventure. Don't stagnate. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying far too much. Don't be trying to get everybody the game, bro. Chill. Everybody don't need to know what you doing, bro. Everybody don't need to know that you got these ideas and you do see the bigger picture. Sometimes you just run, nigga, fuck that shit. Like sometimes you just, hey, look, tell God, feel me? Tell God, take it up with God. The same way, like, look, a Slater types, the same way as Slater types write everything in their diaries or on a diary or a journal and shit like that, bro. Hey, I manifest the or energy type and shit like that, nigga. Woo. I be trying to stay in between prayer and true ideas, nigga. That's sweet spot. Sometimes nigga don't pray enough, so now I know I'm probably like far from true ideas. Okay, let me start praying. Okay, now I'm in between prayer and true ideas. I'm getting in between prayer and the truth. So, for the signs, who is that? I might cut this down. Yeah, I think so. Hold on, let me go on the back. I ain't gonna hold you. Hold on, record, nigga. Alright. Let's see what this look like. I ain't wanna get distracted. I'm on the road, like. So, for the signs, right? Aries, fulfillment. Oh my God, please don't fucking interrupt. I know that person got, they got a counterfeit personality. We all do. Feel me? Compelled. Hold on. So Aries, it's a fulfillment, expansion in the area of truth. Like some truth is being revealed to you. Some truth about your like Moon is Lord of Comfort, so it's some truth about your homeland, some truth about the way that you grew up and how your mind worked. Some truth about what, like, if you really be at peace and shit like that. Like, and for Leo, expansion and love matters. Something is being revealed to you in terms of love matters, right? Something is being uprooted in terms of love, romance, and children. Maybe y'all got pregnant. I seen a Leo's son got pregnant or is preggers. I don't know if it was a joke or not. I don't know. Congratulations to y'all, I guess. Moon is Lord of Secrets, bedroom activities, and detachment. So yeah, it sounds like pregnancy and secret lovers. Like, ooh, I got a secret about something. You feel me? Love that goes on in the bedroom. Or 12 houses hospital, so it's like, yeah, Alright, Sagittarius, it's an expansion of yourself and your nature, right? The Lord of occult knowledge and transformation combines with self, path in life, and one's nature and personality. So you just, Sagittarius going through a kind of transformative experience in their psyche and in their mind, you feel me? A refreshment. And then like 8th house is sex, intensity, secrets. So y'all kind of be a little tucked away, and y'all might have these little, like, I don't know, some vices that you fight, some like whatever intensity. Gemini has happy birthday. Solar return. It's the area of partnerships, relations. So something is being revealed to you on partnership, relationship, on business. Meeting someone new, Moon is Lord of Finance and Family. So, talking with family maybe and shit like that, getting your money right. You meet somebody, y'all go out to eat. Or you meet somebody, y'all might, maybe they break you off some chicken and shit for your birthday. Or getting some money for your birthday from other people. Libra is the area of effort, siblings, communications, having a meeting or talking with somebody. You feel me? The Lord of self-realization and karma or purpose actions is in the area of communication and siblings. So, maybe you need to talk to a sibling. Maybe you need to talk to a family member, or talk to somebody in your family that's younger than you. Yeah. Aquarius, area of friends, gains, income, expansion in your friend groups and cash flow. The Lord of service, enemies, and conflicts is connected with friends and cash flow. Let me see. Yeah. I'll be up close on this, John. Area of friends, gain, income, cash flow, expansion, and friend groups. The Lord of service and conflicts is connected with friends. So doing business with friends, working with friends. Maybe you go to the gym with your friends this week, or the next 2 weeks. Cash flow, you just be at work getting your money. You might get a couple sales at work. I don't know what you sell or what services you provide, but your friends might put you onto a lick. Maybe you at work and now you got an opportunity to do something else, right? Taurus is the area of secrets, transformation, and scandals, research, intense feelings, and transformation. So, like, new moon was in your sign, so a seed was being planted for you to transform based upon that. You dig what I'm saying? Transform. You might have had to surrender something. The Lord of effort, skills, and communication is linked with secrets and transformation. So you might be learning some occult knowledge or some secrets. You might be dealing with some little backbiters or some like a little malice from people and stuff like that. Virgo area, home, peace, comfort, vehicles, spending time alone, resting, being at peace, learning, fourth house is learning, ministry. Lord of cash flow and friends is directed to the home. So you might be discovering or making some connections at home. You might be figuring out, like, if you spend time at home, Virgo, you either be working from home and you make cash flow, or you try, or if you at home, you could something will be revealed to you what you could do at home, or even agriculturally. There it is. Fourth house is agriculture, things beneath the surface. Mula is about getting to the root. So yeah, you especially probably will be working with some like herbs and shit like that, and that shit could bring. Pardon me, and that could bring you some cash flow and some income. You know what I'm saying? And based on whatever you grow, you're gonna have to, like, shake a hand, make a friend. Like, people want to do business with their friends if it's all fair and equal. And if it ain't fair and equal, people want to do business with their friends. Like, all they taxing over there, nah, I'd rather just, all right, if they everybody taxing over all the prices this way, let me go fuck with my mans anyway. You do what I'm saying? So whatever you end up growing, whatever seeds you plant, Virgo, yeah, it might get you some money. Capricorn area, expenses, troubles, detachment, secret enemies, foreign residents, hidden obstacles are revealed, fake friends, or like secret enemies, people that don't want to see you do good, being revealed. The Lord of relationships and spouse and business is directed to isolation, seclusion, shit like prisons or hospitals. So maybe you know, or just foreign lands. So your partner is either about to move or has moved, or you yourself are traveling to go back and forth to see your spouse or your lover or whomever that is. Right? Secrets and worries combined with the relationship and the spouse. Right? Hospitalization or just travel, like foreign travel, like from one side of something to the next side of something. Cancer is the area, enemies, conflicts, health, and employment. Right? So your enemies, your conflicts, your arguing, and your vices, like the shit that you get caught up, and the thieves of your mind. So whatever issues you're most prone to, right? That could arise, or your health issue. You could have some health issues. Lord of self is in the area of conflict. So Your focus right now is about some conflicts, either resolving some conflicts and getting to the root of some conflicts, right? Ruining it or ruining your enemies, destroying your enemies. But usually just getting to the root of your conflicts. Find the fucking truth about what the conflict is. Cancers. I'm back. Ugh. And the key is, bro, like people like y'all, but y'all just so ugh. Like as an Aquarius, I could be objective about it, and it's like maybe y'all friends only like y'all because of some karma shit, and they be trying to snake y'all out or something like that, or y'all just have to fucking really learn some goddamn discretion. Yeah, y'all do need discretion, but I meant discernment. Like you gotta know who really fucking with you, bro. Y'all be turning on motherfuckers that's like, they just different. They not like you. But y'all be wanting people that's like you. But the people that's like you, deep down, you don't like their ass. Does that say something about you or them? It really just say something about just y'all just it's movable water. You just want to initiate devotion and loyalty. But I'm gonna say devotion and care. I'm gonna say devotion and care. Yeah. Scorpio, oh yeah, going into business for oneself and being self-employed, but also being a bit defensive. But that's fine for you. You can be defensive, but just be vigilant too. Be vigilant, motherfucker. You really ain't got no choice but to let your guard down a lot of times. Crabs and scorpions and shellfish, they all molt. If anybody get uprooted and has to get has to break open and destroy like the little confines and container they was in, it'd be y'all. You and Scorpio. Scorpio just don't know how to stop that shit. It's just always transformation. So area of family and finances. So focus is on family and financial matters. The Lord of expansion and fortune is in the area of the family and finance. So you might see some growth in your money. You might see growth in your money, just a good time with your family and things like that. It's a 6A relationship, so there's some it's some trickiness to that, maybe. So Pisces is the area of self-realization, 10th house, career, purpose, and karma. The focus is on one's livelihood and reputation. The Lord of past life good karma, romance, love, and children is in the area of achievements and reputation. So it's blessings and advantages. You feel me? Eight of Wands is the degree. I see that's hope, haste, stagnation, just fast moving energy. It's wanting to communicate real quick to a motherfucker. It's Mercury and Sag, so it's like Mercury is skills, vocation, communication, and then Sag is just spread fucking everywhere, broadcast everywhere. So it's like just somebody just want. I got ideas. I gotta get these down south. Here you go. And then these ones, you don't see any people there. They moving, and it's like you might grab that jump, pull you up out of some, or it might push you towards some, so it could be a tailwind or a helping hand and shit like that. But it's support from beyond. Like you don't even see this support, but it's there. And then you got these one. None of that junk like that, but I do know the 7 rays of the rainbow represent a lot of the rays. Well, the 7 rays of the rainbow that we see, and then the others that we don't see represent the different planets. And those planets in our natal chart represent the promises, you dig what I'm saying, that God has bestowed through his machinery, and that our soul, let me show the soul again. And that our soul died like, hey, I got some shit in this store. I told you, I promise. You feel me? I promised you some shit. And yeah, so that's all of those, like, you feel me? Like if it's Saturn, I promise Saturn might sit up there, your soul might agree with Saturn and be like, all right, look, I promise that if you get some discipline and you grow the fuck up in terms of matters related to your health, then I just like promise you longevity. I promise you that you'll be free from disease and disorders and stuff like that if you maintain your health. I'm saying that for me, I got Saturn in the sixth, so I know that if I have discipline in regards to my diet, my health, and my routines, you feel me? Oh yeah, I get blessed with longevity. I'll be free from disease, and quite possibly I might be free from uh, enemies and conflicts and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? So that's Saturn. Yeah. So Eight of Wands, swiftness, communication, moving fast, removing obstacles. We'll do some Ganesha mantras. Okay. Expansive, fast moving communication, wide range of connection. It could be spread too thin, talking too fucking much. Yeah, rainbows convey promises embedded within our charts, but then the promises, rainbows convey the covenant that God has bestowed with man after the flood. You dig what I'm saying? But seven rays is visible to us, seven visible planets, and then it's hard to distinguish rays like Rahu. And then K2 doesn't really have a ray because it's trying to get you out of this world. K2 is like a black hole. So it's like, like once you fucking with K2, he only got you focused on that, getting out. Whatever it is, we out. Right. Sabian symbol, a stirring up of emotions. Always something going on to keep us from giving up and losing our appetite to stay involved in life's up and down. Being receptive of the stirring of emotions. Full moon in Mula means that the sun is in Ardra. That means K2 and Rahu and K2 are kindred to one another. That always going to represent a churning. So it's like you letting go of a lot of just kind of like really shit, toxic, poisonous habits. And then as you stir these things up, you're realizing like, wow, this was in me. Look at this amazing treasure that I found. Like, I forgot this was in the fucking, I forgot this was a part of my being. Oh, wow, look what else turned up. Ooh, what is this feeling that I got? It's getting hot as hell. So now you be having to go through these things in your senses and experience these terrible things. But now you seeing the realization, the revelation of all that stuff, like all that makes you you. And then when you really turn and finish churning that junk to the Lord's, because the Lord asked everybody to participate in it. So then when you finally churn yourself and churn your entire existence, all these things come up and reveal to you, then you get the elixir of life, the elixir of immortality, the Amrita, knowledge of yourself that you are unblemished. That's why you want to stir up emotions. They make you feel shit. Let you know if you are or are not in the will of God. So it's Cupid knocking at the door. Most people experience emotional intensity of falling in love, a temporary condition with period self-centered feelings dominate and concern for social approval is minimal or absent. So it's like, oh, I love you. I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. And that's real love in a way. But yeah, if no concern for social approval, there is a huge challenge to somehow bring the balance and force of conscience and reasonableness to bear upon the situation without denying the high degree of intensity of emotional experience, which keeps the life force operating strong within us. Okay, so in a way, that's a cool little like excerpt they were saying, but that self-centered feeling. So love is binding yourself to somebody else with the joy of bringing, with the purpose of bringing joy to them for their joy. Lust is binding someone to you for your joy. You dig what I'm saying? Which is actually limerence. So love and limerence. I just learned what limerence is. Limerence is like an infatuation or obsession with a certain person a certain person as an object of infatuation, but it's like, I want to be with you so that you can reciprocate feelings that I feel internally. An obsession that's going on internally, I want you to reciprocate that. I want you to reciprocate my obsession for you. If you're not obsessed about me, then this is not love. And it's not love, so they're right. But this is not what I want, because I want limerence. You know what I'm saying? Love is not self-centered. Love is like, Love is when the sun come up. Like the sun will burn your dumb ass. It'll burn all of us up. But all we got a certain space from the sun, and then he come up, and the sun gives us prana, which allows us to fucking breathe, and allows our limbs liberty. That's love. Did he do that for him? Does the sun do that for the sun's sake? Nah, that for our joy. Oh, y'all loving summer. You feel me? Every summer, motherfuckers think they about to just get tossed up, and then it's like y'all burnt up too. Summertime is hot. It's hot. Your ass getting hot chills. Your ass getting hot. Smack fire out you. Dumb ass getting hot. You getting burned or something like that. You feel me? You might just get burned. You might go to the beach and just get burned. Gotta be careful. And then that's these just aspects. So we ain't really gotta get into that. So thank you, my nigga. Hour 9 minutes. Thank you for being here. You probably was only here. You probably was only here for like 5 minutes. You probably was only here for like 3 minutes. If you made it this far, you was here the whole time. That's crazy. I love you. I ain't telling nobody that. If you made it that far, I love you.